All right, this is Obeid on behalf of Electronics, and in this video, we'll be talking about theory, models, and the circular flow diagram. Okay, so when it comes to a theory, okay, this is something that you can prove right or wrong. Okay, a set of assumptions. This is a set of assumptions that you can prove right or wrong. Okay, for example, you have the theory of gravity. Okay, now we know that theory of gravity has evolved into law of gravity. Before it was proven, the law of gravity, before it was proven accurate, okay, you had a theory where if something went up, it would eventually fall down. If you threw something in the air, it would eventually come back down as long as this something is in the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, so that would be an example of a theory. All right, on the other side, you have something called a model. Okay, now the model is more empirical. What that means is based on verifiable experience. Okay, it's based on verifiable, okay, theories or experience. Okay, and one such model is ceteris paribus. Okay, so you have ceteris paribus, which basically says that all other things are equal. Okay, so all other things being equal, all other things being equal. Okay, so say for example, you have a theory that as price goes down, demand goes up, and as price goes up, demand goes down. If you have this theory, you can verify this theory, you can check this theory, whether it's right or wrong, based on the model itself. So model can be used to test theories. So you can test the theory using a model. All right, and the way you would test this theory is using a graph, for example, where you have, okay, your price and your quantity of units being produced. Okay, and over here on this graph, if this is to test your theory, you would consider factors like cost of production, technology, okay, political factors, okay, so on and so forth, okay, out of the equation. Okay, and you would check the impact of price on demand of a product. Okay, so we know that as price goes down, okay, the demand of that product goes up. Okay, this is your demand. Okay, and as price goes up, okay, demand is reduced. Okay, that is the same curve going the other way. All right. Okay, and we also know that as price goes up, as quantity of units go up, okay, supply goes up, right? The more, Okay, you produce, okay, the higher the price, okay, the more the supply, right? Because with this high price, you're able to cover your cost of production and get more in profit, which means the supplier is able to produce more, okay, and make more profit. So again, this has to do with the theory, okay, and this is based on the model of ceteris paribus. You're testing this theory over here, for example, and you're testing this theory using this model, okay, where you're going along the curve, the movement is along the curve rather than the shift of the curve itself. Okay, so you're factoring out factors that shift the curve, shift the entire curve either to the right or to the left. Okay, such as technological change. All right, so that's movement along the curve versus shift of the curve. All right, so that would be the difference between your theory and the model itself. Okay, apart from that, this is Ubaid on behalf of Electronics. Have yourself a great day.